mean, just one little spell there from the bullpen. It seemed like pretty much everything. It was a good, pretty much overall pitching day.
Well, I mean, it's still the same story. I mean, when you're not scoring a ton of runs, then every single pitch, every single at-bat is so magnified. And the difference, the job of a relief pitcher, we talk about this from the day one of the fall, is you got to get the first guy out you face. Get the first guy out you face. And I don't go back and look through the box score between Lamar in the last 2 games and see how many guys the other team has gotten out in their, even if they started off the inning, get the leadoff hitter out, right? Lambert gets behind 2-0, gives up the double. That's not pointing fingers. That's just the fact. And that I thought our at-bats were better. We got the right guys on base. We got the right guys to the plate. I mean, if you'd have told me, hey, you're down 3 runs and you got Austin Bose at home plate on a neutral wind day and 2 guys on, I'd be like, okay, I'll take my chances with that. So this is just a test. It's a test, and we'll see how we come through it. But every team's going to go through it. We're just happen to go through it right now.
I know it's something we kind of asked a little bit last year with not getting runners around, but being able to get 11 guys on a better situation than leaving the bases completely empty.
Yeah, I mean, it's way different than not being able to get on. I mean, just being totally. I mean, which we've had a few of those. I think yesterday was that probably. I don't know.
20 between the 2. I think.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we won the free base war. We get last year. I think we were 34-8 when we had more. When we gained more free bases than the other team. So it's just like life, man. You get tested and you don't understand why. I mean, certainly you can point to reasons why we should be better, or we should win more games, or have won more games. But we can't. I'm not giving up on these kids, man. We're 7 games into the season. We got a lot of baseball to play, but that's not discounting that we don't have a sense of urgency to win, because we know how important each game is.
Much better outing for Wansing today,
Yeah.
and especially that at bat against Klimp.
Yeah, really. I think you learned a lot from Wansing today. Him being able to stay in that game and strike out a really, really good hitter, not just a good hitter, but a hot hitter. So yeah, starting pitching was outstanding. It's tough. It's just a tough thing to go through, and baseball challenges you that way.
What was the decision to switch Gregson out for Crawford?
Well, the decision was to hit for Gregson, so we had a pinch hitter, which was Tab Tracy, just to try and get something going offensively, and thought he had a good at bat, hit the ball hard at the first baseman, and then Crawford had to go in to catch.
Just how close does it feel for everything to start clicking together? Just how close does it feel for everything to start clicking together?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're close. I felt like the at-bats were better today, but we're facing a really good team. Nobody in this part of the country understands that. But when we look at them, we evaluate them and their age, and the quality of their at-bats and their physicality, and we're very, very well coached. And it's like Penn last year. Couldn't believe we lost 2 out of 3 to Penn, and you look up at the end of the year, they're winning the Ivy League. And so I would anticipate and look up at the end of the season, Portland will have had a great season, but it's this is our own issue. We just got to be ready to play tomorrow and have an opening day mentality. We can't let things snowball, and that's what I'm trying to prevent as the coach.
You look at their age, and then you kind of look at y'all's lineup. How much is a turnaround going to be key on the guys who have been here, who've done this before?
Yeah, and they feel that. That's the problem. They feel that. They feel like they have to hit the 3-run homer when there's only 1 guy on base, or they feel like they have to make, instead of just doing what we do, get a good pitch to hit. If you don't, pass it on to the next guy. And they're trying so hard. They're awesome kids. I wish everybody that came today could spend 5 minutes in our dugout with these kids. But it's just sports, sports, specifically baseball, are just challenging, very challenging.